Hey guys, I'm back again and headed to another Rummage sale. This morning we're headed over to New Jersey. It's just a town away because I live right on the river, so it's not quite as exciting as it sounds. And although I am going to New Jersey's largest Rummage sale, well, that's what they claim anyway. It is a pretty massively huge Rummage sale. That's what makes it worth it to drive to it. It is actually a little further than I would normally go for a Rummage sale. It's about 40 minutes away from me, and because it is a Friday morning and this thing starts at 9:30 and I am headed east through New Jersey, I'm probably going to hit some rush hour traffic, which normally is something I would try to avoid. But I'm going to do it because this is usually a pretty awesome sale and I find some great stuff at it. And hopefully I find some great stuff today. I actually found out about this sale because, as you saw from the stuff I was showing you before, I do sell books on Amazon, and I've been selling books on Amazon for about 10 years now. I think I started in 2004, so that would be exactly 10 years. So I used to go to a lot of book sales. I do not go to as many as I used to, only because I've found that book sales have definitely tapered off. I guess the rise of ebooks and also like print-on-demand publishing means that there's more competition for what I used to sell, which was out-of-print books that you couldn't really get anywhere else. And now people can scan them in and create their own print-on-demand version of pretty much any out-of-print book. So that has definitely reduced the amount of money you can get for out-of-print books, and also there's more competition too. People have, the phone scanners, and a lot of people, have found that there's money to be made in selling books. So there's more competition there than there used to be, and there's maybe not quite as much a demand for used books. I still sell some, but obviously now I do other stuff as well. But I did find out about this sale because they do have they have a bunch of tents at this Rummage sale. It's held at a fairground, and so they have all these tents separated out into different categories, and they have a whole book sale tent. So this sale gets posted on a website called booksalefinder.com, and you can use that site to find, used book sales in your area. You can also, through Book Sale Finder, put in your zip code and, set a mile radius for, how far you'd be willing to travel for a sale. And they will send you weekly alerts of book sales in your area, which is helpful. And so I always look at the alerts just to see if there's any sales I'd be interested in. Because it's so early, it's like dark, you can barely see me. And so I got the alert about this sale. And I probably won't be going to the book sale tent this year, but I will be hitting a few other tents when I go to the sale today. Most of the Rummage sales that I go to, I find out about them through my local newspaper. I get in my area we have a penny saver newspaper, which is basically just a newspaper of classified ads, and it's just a whole jumble of stuff, people just selling things, real estate listings, apartment listings, and lost cats, which I actually was able to track down my cat with a lost cat ad in the penny saver. So it's a great publication, but they also do put garage sales and Rummage sale listings in there, and so that's how I find out about pretty much every garage sale I go to, and certainly most of the Rummage sales I go to. I also see some of the flyers that get posted on, like the community bulletin boards, my laundromat, at the post office, or if I happen to see a sign when I'm driving around, usually for the New Jersey ones, which don't wind up getting posted in my classified newspaper. Okay, guys, I'm going to keep driving, although I'm stuck behind a truck on a slow road right now. But I will catch up with you when I'm at the sale. Okay guys, I am here now. It is still super early because I didn't hit too much traffic, which is nice, but I am by far from being the first one here. Like I said, it's a pretty crowded sale. It gets pretty crazy. I'm gonna go get online for the tent I want to go into first, which it may sound strange, is office supplies and craft stuff, which I have learned also has games and globes and cool stuff like that in it, and usually doesn't have too long of a line at the very beginning anyway. Okay guys, I'm going to actually show you some of this Rummage sale, which, as I said, is huge and not your typical Rummage sale because of the size. This is actually my second trip back into the sale, so there's actually more people here now. But you're going to see there's actually people waiting online because each tent does have a capacity, so they'll only let, like, say 25 people in at a time, so then you're stuck waiting online to go into the next tent. It's kind of, there's a lot of time spent waiting online, so it gets a little annoying. But yeah, here's a big line of people waiting to go into, I think that's the toys tent. It's the kind of sale where you could easily spend the entire day here. Thankfully, it is a nice, sunny fall day. I've been to this sale when it's a rainy, cold, wet day, and also, as a result, a very muddy day. That's not quite as much fun. But this sale, like I said, it's huge. There is just so much stuff here, and you know, at a normal Rummage sale, you might see like maybe 1 or 2 guitars. This is the kind of sale where you're going to see like 20 or 30 guitars in the music tent. It's just that kind of crazy. The prices, though, are considerably higher than most Rummage sales that I've been to. Here's actually a line of people still getting into the sale, going to find parking, and I'm on my way actually out of the sale right now. I'm walking past a tent, a fenced off area where they had a bunch of furniture and larger items like that, which you don't find too much of at Rummage sales, but because of the size of this one, they do have all these different pieces. And in fact, the stuff that you see out here, I think all of it was actually sold stuff, and you know, it's got people's names on it so that they can come back and pick it up. But yeah, they really have it worked down to a science, I think, with the sale. They have it twice a year. I'm going to take you inside the sporting goods tent with me, just so you can see a little bit of what it looks like inside. Like I said, it's just so much stuff at this sale. You can only go through a fraction of it, really. Okay guys, I am back home now, so I'm going to be showing you everything that I got at this Rummage sale today. I'm exhausted and about ready for a nap, but first I'll show you everything that I picked up. Yeah, I did spend more money today than I did yesterday. I don't think I got that much more stuff, although I might have gotten a few more valuable items. Yeah, today I spent a little over $100, about $111, I believe. $111.50, if you want to be exact. The prices are higher at this Rummage sale that I went to today, which I knew going into it. In fact, that's why I avoided certain tents, just because I know they're overpriced. But you can still find some deals, and there's still some great stuff to be had. Okay, so let's see everything that I picked up for my $111.50. This is everything I picked up in the costume tent because it is close to Halloween. They have a costume tent. It sounds like a strange place to shop, but I have found some cool stuff there. Unusual items like an orange polka dot bonnet. Seems kind of weird, I know, but I think I will be able to sell this online. It was relatively inexpensive. I only spent, I think, $5 in the costume tent. This is cool. This is a pair of suede chaps, like a cowboy costume. They're made of real suede. They're very nice condition. It's 2 pieces. It has a little like knife holder here. It's like tin. So I think I should be able to sell these on Etsy, no problem. This is a vintage hat with wings. Pretty cool. I think I will be able to sell this too on Etsy. This may seem pretty unusual, but it's a vintage we call it bodysuit leotard. It's blue. It's got these cool funky stripes on the side, so very vintage looking. Yeah, and I think I will sell this on Etsy too. The bag here is stuff I picked up in the first tent I went to, which they call the Office Supply and Arts and Crafts tent. It has a strange assortment of stuff, but it doesn't get the longest lines of the other tents, so you can, I was the second person online, which was pretty cool. and I did pick up some neat things. So one of the things I picked up is an album. It's a stamp album. It has somebody's stamp collection in it. Again, it seems like a weird thing to pick up, but I tend to sell these pretty well. I tend to sell stamp albums pretty well on Etsy. Here's Autumn joining us yet again. She loves to be in videos, doesn't she? Anyway, so there's some cool stamps in here. I will probably sell it just like it is, like a whole collection, and it should go on Etsy. This is just a blank like ledger book. It's blue. It says cash on the front. It's never been used. There is some writing here, but otherwise the pages themselves, the ledger pages, are blank. So I will sell this on Etsy. It's an older item. It's hardcover. Those tend to sell. I mean, I won't get big money for it, but more than I spent. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. It's a jigsaw puzzle. It's Alice in Wonderland. It kind of is made to look like a book. I happen to think it's cool. I do collect Alice in Wonderland stuff, so I might keep it for myself. Another blank book, a 6-column ledger. This one's got a olive green sort of color to it. Again, blank, never used. I'll sell it on Etsy. Let's see. These were some vintage notebooks. This one's like a ledger type thing, and this one's just a composition book. I know it's a weird thing to buy. I have a few more notebooks that I've been sitting on because I've picked them up places, and I'll probably put them all together in a lot and sell a collection of vintage notebooks on Etsy. This is a kite book and kit. This is going up to Amazon. It's a new thing. And this is another kit, design your own soccer ball. Okay, it's brand new and sealed. So again, it's going to go to Amazon. This is another Amazon item, a game here. Oh, sorry, Jack. I just dropped a game on the dog. Hopefully he's alright. Another game going off to Amazon. These are some printable checks, Versa checks, I think it's called. I've sold some of these before on Amazon that I picked up at a rummage sale, so here's some more. I'll have to go through and see how many are there. Looks like it has been opened. I am trying to kill my dog here. No, he's okay. He thinks I'm trying to kill him. These are actually notebooks I'm probably going to use for myself. Although the one is older. I might put it with the older ones, but I might just keep it for myself. Another one of these blank ledger books. This one's red. Same deal. You know, it'll go to Etsy. I'll probably sell them separately. I won't sell these together in a lot, but I might. Another stamp album, and it has some. These aren't actually postage stamps. They're just flags and such. I don't know if I'll keep those with it or put those separately with something else. But anyway, yeah, vintage stamp album, and these do sell on Etsy. This one's actually in its box, its original box, so that's kind of cool. Here's another Etsy item. I love this. It's a little, can't really tell, but this is actually a puzzle in the world's cutest box. I don't know if it's complete. I will probably put this one together and check. It's not a very big puzzle. And it's a springbok puzzle. It's a circular one. But yeah, wonderful vintage design. So I will sell that on Etsy. Hopefully it's complete. Another thing I think I'm going to sell on Etsy, it's a ship in a bottle kit. So that's kind of cool. And it hasn't been used. It looks like everything is here just looking inside. So I'll try and sell that on Etsy. Got this paperweight. It's resin. It's very tacky. It's got these artificial flowers and a bumblebee inside, a fake bumblebee. It's got the original foil label on it. So yeah, I will try to sell this on Etsy. It should sell. This I thought was pretty cool. This is Doc's storage barrel. I don't know if you can tell, but that is Doc from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. It is a pencil sharpener. Looks like you could also use it to store pens and pencils, although that might get kind of messy, but it is definitely vintage. It's been around a while. It's got some dirt and stuff on it. Some of the paint has worn off. It's in pretty good condition though, and it's not something I've seen before, so I think it might have some value. I will have to look it up and see, but I will try and sell it on Etsy. Disney stuff tends to do pretty well, older Disney stuff. This is a rubber stamp. And it's technically vintage because it's from 1994. Barely vintage, but it is. And it's a Halloween thing. Smile is Halloween. I will probably sell this on Etsy, not for much money, but it didn't cost me much money, and I thought it was cute. And some big rubber stamps that look like they were never used. One is Santa Claus and one is some flowers. These are going to go to Amazon, I believe. Yeah, I really didn't need more playing cards, but they had some, and so I bought some. I think 3 of them here, these 2 are, these are sealed, never opened. Both have great vintage designs. This one's got butterflies on it. This one's just got a king design, but nice vintage colors. They're Stardust playing cards. They're brand new, sealed. So this will go on Etsy. Another set, I don't think it's sealed. They do say full deck, which is nice, so I will probably still go through them again just to make sure, but it looks like they actually did check them and make sure the deck was complete. Again, it's a nice vintage kind of flower power groovy design there. This is a double deck, like a bridge deck, and it has some birds on it, game birds on it. It looks like maybe a grouse or pheasant or something like that. There's 2 decks here in the plastic case. And again, it says full deck, so hopefully they are accurate. More playing cards. These are 2 sets. I believe they're the same. Flora's Feast, a Mask of Flowers. They're 2 bridge deck sets. And I believe they're older. Yeah, there's no barcode or anything on them, so they definitely look to be older. So I will probably sell these on Etsy too. And again, they say full deck, so let's hope they're accurate. More cards. Again, it says full deck, vintage rooster design, pretty cool. These are also playing card decks, but they're round, and they're vintage, and they're in the case, and they both say full deck, so hopefully they're right. I love the round shape, very different, and pretty. A couple of letter openers here, and this one's got a horse on it. It's silver color, maybe a pewter. I'll have to look at it. It does have printing on the back here, but I can't make it out. So I have to take a better look at it. It was $1, so I figured I could spare $1. I'm not sure exactly what it is, but it looked like I could sell for more than $1. And this one's also a letter opener. Also has, I don't know if that's a horse. That might be a donkey on there. Kind of looks like it's a carved wooden one. So pretty neat, and an older one. This is the first thing I picked up. I could actually see these when I was standing online, and they just had them laid out, so I grabbed them all, stuck them in my bag. They're vintage pennants, souvenir pennants. They're not super old. I've sold some that are much older than this. These are probably from the 1980s, if I had to take a guess, from a variety of places. They wanted $1 a piece for them, so that's worth it. And I might sell these all as a set, just kind of a collection of pennants for anyone that's doing some decorating and wants to decorate with souvenir pennants. Or, I don't know, I might separate them out. I'll have to see. Here it is. It's a globe paperweight in resin, older one. I'm pretty sure when I looked at this there, I saw USSR, so it's older. And I got 2 different back ends. It's full sets. And again, they say complete on here. I didn't check when I was there, so hopefully it is. They look like they are complete. I'll show you this one. It's got like a velveteen thing on the outside, and inside's got velveteen and leatherette. The pieces are sort of like a marble plastic. That's the maroon, and then there's black ones. But it does look to be complete. The dice are here, the shakers are here. Very nice condition set. Backgammon sets usually I sell for about $40, a full-size set. So these were $5 a piece, which really isn't bad at all for a backgammon set. So, like I said, some things at the sale were priced high, and some things are very reasonable. This is another backgammon set. The case has a little damage here. It's not bad, but you know, there is that. It says it's complete. This is a brown set. Brown seems to be the most common color for backgammon sets. Most of the sets I've had are brown. But yeah, the dice are here, the multiplier die is here, the shakers are here, even backgammon rules. So a nice full-size set. And Christmas is coming, so I gotta stock up on backgammon sets. That is everything I got in the office supply arts and crafts tent. And I went to one other tent. I went to the sporting goods tent. Well, these I got here. These are a pair of women's, very small, running flats, Nikes, sneakers. They've never been worn. They're in the original box. They have the spikes with hopefully even extra, it's a bag, a carrying bag, as well as the box. So I'm going to have to create a listing for these on Amazon and then send them off to Amazon with a listing when I scan them. Another thing going to Amazon, these are sparking things for a Razor scooter, I guess. Anyway, it's new in package. It's going to Amazon. This is an Etsy item that was in the sporting goods supply area for some reason. It's a Disneyland souvenir hat. Yeah, it's been around a few years. It's going to probably need to get cleaned up a little, but it should sell on Etsy. Disneyland stuff, Disneyland and Disney World memorabilia, just like various Disney stuff seems to go well. This one's a bit beat up, but this is another pennant. This one for the Dallas Cowboys. It is football season, so hopefully I can get this listed soon and sold. There is some drama going on in the background as my cat and dog are having a little spat with each other. I don't know what's going on there. This is unusual. I guess it's not something I've ever bought before, but it's a snooker ball set, which is kind of like pool, but I guess different. It's British. Anyway, it was a nice set. Has the wooden triangle there. It's definitely older. I'm gonna try selling these on Etsy. They're heavy, but you know, that's what flat rate boxes are for. So yeah, a snooker ball set. It's made in Hoddesdon, England. It's Sam's Atlas brand. I couldn't really find anything about it when I was trying to look it up real quick when I was there. Yeah, I should be able to sell that, I would think. Jack! Jack, it's your lucky day. I got some tennis balls. Hey, Jack! I bought this because I really wanted the canister that they came in, which is a vintage Wilson tennis balls metal canister. It's all metal. The balls that are in here aren't. They just had a bunch of balls with some canisters, so I just got these because I wanted the canister. The dog can have the tennis balls that are inside it. I also bought some extra tennis balls because sometimes we play tennis, and well, these were cheap. And that is everything I got. So as you can see, it's probably about the same amount of stuff that I got at the Rummage sale yesterday. I did spend a bit more. I'd say the stuff is actually probably worth about the same amount of money as what I spent yesterday, or as what I got yesterday. But yeah, Rummage sales are pretty cool. If you don't already go to them, you should definitely check some out in your area. I would start with smaller Rummage sales. This one is a massive sale, and it can be a bit overwhelming. But yeah, if you go to like the church sales, you know, local ones in your area, you could do pretty well, like I did yesterday. Not spend a lot of money, pick up a lot of stuff, and a lot of them will have half price sales. Later on, like if the first day it's not a half price sale, but maybe the second or third day of the sale they'll have a half price sale. Sometimes they'll have a bag sale too, where you can fill up a bag of stuff for $5. So definitely worth checking out Rummage sales, guys. Okay, hope this video has helped you. I do put out new videos every Friday showing me different items that I've sold on Etsy, and I'll try to put out more videos that have different stuff to help you with, like my tour of Rummage sales here, and my dog going crazy in the background with the tennis ball. But yeah, good luck with your Etsy shop, everyone, or whatever you're doing, and good luck at Rummage sales, and have some fun, guys. Bye!